Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Joao Cancelo, as it has been reported that Barcelona will investigate into the Manchester City defender's mentality, his behavior before acting on his interests. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, we are going to be talking about Ilkay Gundogan, as it has been reported that Barca have taken the first steps to sign the Man City veteran, as the player is open to a move. We are also going to be discussing on that. So, guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Recent reports coming out of Spain are suggesting that Manchester City defender Joao Cancelo, who is currently on loan at Bayern Munich, has emerged as a serious option for Barca for the summer. The 28-year-old had been on the Catalans radar in the winter, but financial fair play problems meant that a move could not go through. Eventually, he signed for Bayern on loan until the end of the season, with an option to make the transfer permanent for 70 million euros. However, recent events suggest that the Bavarian Giants will not be taking up the option, and Joao Cancelo will be returning to Manchester City, where he has fallen out with Pep Guardiola and would thus gain be on the move next season. And it has been claimed that the Premier League champions would be open to loaning him out again, with Barcelona lurking to make a swoop. But according to Albert Mansno of Sport, the Blaugrana will investigate Cancelo's mentality and behavior before they act on their interest in the Portuguese international. The Catalans see a move for him as a great opportunity, as it would not involve a significant outlay if the right back would come in on a loan deal. However, at the same time, there are some apprehensions over his mentality and character. After all, it cannot be ignored that first Man City and now Bayern do not want to keep hold of the defender, who is one of the best in his positions in Europe. There are no doubts about the former Valencia Ace's sporting abilities, but given their club's precarious situation, they cannot make any mistakes in the market. Thus, Barca want to look into Cancelo more closely before making a definitive move for him. It is not something new for Barca, as they had requested extensive reports on Andres Christensen from the Danish FA before signing him last summer, and the club's good relationship with Man City could help them get a deeper insight into Cancelo's situation. Once they are certain that the right back has the mentality needed to succeed at the Camp Nou, the La Liga leaders would look to initiate talks, which will not be easy by any means. For starters, Man City will ideally look to sell him permanently for a big sum. At the same time, Cancelo's wages are not small either, so it would take some major convincing from Barcelona's part to get all parties on the same page. Joao Cancelo have been the talk of the town lately as Barcelona continue to show more interest in him. He currently plays now at Bayern on a loan move from Man City. Of course, a loan move that actually shocked many football fans out there, and many were asking like, Man City have this treasure of a right back, and what are they doing? Why would they take such a decision? Of course, it's only Pep Guardiola who knows his reasons. Of course, reports were telling how the player was not too happy about the fact that game time was not coming like it usually came last year, and so on and so forth. That was the reason why Pep decided to loan him out. But that doesn't mean he's a bad player. Joao Cancelo have made his mark as one of the best right backs in the world of football. And definitely we all know our search for right backs at Barca continue to do the rounds, as Xavi and Laporta continue to say it in their interviews when it comes to transfers, that of course, you know, a right back is one of the top priorities that Barca must sign come end of the season. So Cancelo just some few days ago was strongly linked to that position, and Barca continue to show a lot of interest. They know his abilities, and despite him playing at Bayern and not really still being under the first choices on Julian Nagelsmann's starting 11, that does not mean anything. But now this report is trying to say Barca want to do more investigation, because it's not normal. A guy who have been on his top of his game and have been one of the best in his position in the world of football, not considered by even Pep Guardiola and now Julian Nagelsmann of Bayern, then just might be there is a problem, and Barca just don't want to just jump into that guy, whereas there is something that will be, so I think it's a good decision for Barca to make something like go deeper into his mentality and decide everything on that to see how far before they can make a concrete decision on their interests. Then on to the final story of discussion. There is no secret that Barcelona are in the market for a new midfielder. The club are facing uncertainty over the future of Sergio Busquets, whose current deal expires at the end of the season. Although Busquets is set to be handed a renewal offer, the proposal will likely include a substantial salary cut. It will make it extremely difficult for Barcelona to convince the veteran to prolong his stay at the Camp Nou, especially amid interest from other clubs across the globe. The precarious situation in midfield has accentuated the need for a new midfielder, with Barcelona among the clubs keeping tabs on Ilkay Gundogan. According to a fresh report from Mundo Deportivo, Barca have even made the first steps in their bid to sign the German international, whose current deal at Etihad expires at the end of the season and could be available on a free transfer. Gundogan himself is open to the idea of playing for Barcelona. Given his technical prowess and experience at the highest level, he could be an excellent option for Barca in the interior midfield positions. He can even operate as a number 6 if necessary. Barcelona's first priority was to sign Bernardo Silva of Man City, but the club are not in a position to spend that kind of amount, that is 70 million at least, which has led to Gundogan emerging as the ideal target. However, it must be noted that negotiations between the two parties are currently on standby until Barca sort out their economic situations and receive a clearer picture as to how much they will be allowed to spend in the coming summer. The situation should become clearer in the coming months, once Barca get an idea of which players are leaving the club at the end of the season. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye for now.